Pull the passenger side headlight wires through the headlight opening. Connect the headlight connector to the back side of the light. And then push the light back as far as it can go. Once inserted, you'll screw the trim ring in place for security. After the light is properly connected, proceed to locate the passenger side turn park light wiring. The passenger side turn park light consists of connecting 3 wires from the light to the harness. The wires come pre-installed with molded connectors. However, with this install, the factory connector from the turn signal lamp was previously removed. In the case of this install, the connectors will be cut from the Painless harness and spliced to the factory turn lamp wires. Connect the black wire to the ground wire. Connect the black-yellow wire to the park wire. And last, connect the white-blue wire to the turn signal wire. Once the wires have all been connected, pull the wires and the light into the socket. After the light has been connected, move forward to the voltage regulator. The voltage regulator is located inside the engine compartment. Connect the 4-wire connector to the bottom portion of the regulator. Using the pre-installed ring terminal, connect the ground wire. Then connect the regulator to the core support. Tighten the screws for security. Once the voltage regulator is properly mounted, proceed to the alternator connections. Locate the alternator as well as the necessary wires for the alternator connections. 3 diagrams from the manual are shown for an accurate connection. Figure 7 from page 13 demonstrates the alternator connections from the voltage regulator. Figure 8 from page 14 shows the entire Ford alternator connections. Figure 9 from page 15 shows the 917 wire connections to the alternator. The yellow, black, white, and green wires come from voltage regulator and headlight section B. The black-yellow wire comes from the engine section. Cut and terminate all 5 wires. Be sure to slide the alternator boot on the black, yellow, and yellow wires from the parts kit. The black, yellow, and yellow wires will connect to the output plug. The white wire will connect to the alternator field F terminal. The green-red wire will connect to the alternator stator S terminal. The black-red wire will connect to the alternator ground lug. Last but not least, verify that all nuts are properly tightened. The alternator is the last step of the headlight section. Move forward to the engine section of Painless wiring. The engine section is the heart of your car, from the starter solenoid to the ignition coil. Your car will be running smoothly in no time. The blower motor is located in the engine section and consists of connecting 2 pre-terminated wires. Connect the 2 pre-terminated wires. Begin by connecting the brown wire to the orange wire. The color of your blower motor wires may differ from the red and orange wires shown in the video. Once the wires have been connected properly, move forward to locate all the Maxi fuse components. Find a suitable location to mount the Maxi fuse base. It can be mounted anywhere in the engine compartment. However, it is recommended to be mounted near the battery location. This process requires 2 to 3 wires depending on the type of ammeter or alternator. Using the screw provided with the kit, install the Maxi fuse base. Locate the 2 black wires tagged Maxi fuse from the harness. Cut and terminate the necessary wires. Then insert them into each side of the Maxi fuse. Screw the wires tightly into the Maxi fuse. After that has been completed, install the fuse at the top of the base. Last but not least, add the cover plate for protection. Once the Maxi fuse is properly connected, locate the starter solenoid inside the engine compartment. The starter solenoid process includes the connection of 3 wires. Route the 970 wire. The 970 wire may be brown depending on when your harness was assembled. This wire is not needed unless you're using a ballast resistor. Cut it to length and install a small ring terminal from the parts kit. Once that's been completed, proceed to connect the 970 wire to the I terminal. The red and blue wire will need to be cut to length with a terminal installed, then connect to the S terminal. Locate the 916 wire. Cut the wire to length and install a terminal. Proceed to connect it to the B+ side of the solenoid. Once all the wires have been properly connected, move forward to the coolant temperature sending unit. The coolant temperature sending unit is located in the engine compartment and requires terminating and connecting 1 wire. Cut the red and white wire to length. Install a terminal from the parts kit. And then connect the red and white wire to the temperature sending unit. Once the wire is securely tightened on the unit, proceed to connect the oil pressure sending unit. The oil pressure sending unit is located in the engine compartment and requires the termination and connection of 1 wire. Begin by routing the white and red wire to the oil pressure sending unit. Cut and terminate the wire. Then connect to the oil pressure sending unit. After the wire is connected, locate the neutral, safety, and reverse switch wires. The neutral, safety, and reverse switch consists of terminating and connecting 4 wires. With this install, the automatic transmission has factory pigtails installed, therefore, route the wires and cut them to length. These wires have additional length to accommodate those using aftermarket floor shifters that have neutral, safety, or reverse switches attached to their bases. Using the connector supplied with the kit, install the wires. Proceed to start with the neutral safety switch. Connect the necessary wires, then install the switch. Follow with the connection of the reverse switch. The same steps apply. Once the connections have been made, proceed to the ballast resistor. The ballast resistor requires the connection of 2 wires as well as to be mounted in the engine compartment. The coil used on this car does not require the use of a ballast resistor. Install has been done for demonstration purposes only. Cut the red and green wire to length. However, save the unused portion for the coil. Attach the red and green wire with the white wire, proceeding to connect to the resistor. Cut and terminate the 970 and 920 wire. Proceed to connect them. After all the necessary wires have been connected, mount the resistor. A hole may need to be drilled to be at least 3/16 of an inch. Then screw in place. Once the resistor is mounted, locate the 920 wire